and time running out, the Leeds fans invaded the pitch, hoping to get the match at band.
Well, we're back to the cup final of 1923, but the difference is that the mood is so different. This match will not be abandoned. Leeds maintaining the pressure. Eddie Gray. And places it. And it counts for Eddie Gray.
But in the second leg at the City Ground, Frank Gray gave Leeds new hope with a great early strike. Larry Lloyd made a mistake that let in Arthur Graham, leaving 18-year-old Chris Woods unprotected in the Forest goal. Woods was playing because Shilton was cup-tied, and now Forest were 2-1 down on the night and led only 4-3 overall. Their aggregate lead was almost wiped out before half-time. The flamboyant Tony Curry hit the bar, and Graham couldn't quite force in the rebound.
Got two to do, and he does them. Clark trying to find some space. Frank Gray, yes! For Bonetti, just a little smile. Frank Gray, a total smile. Lovely goal, curved with the outside of his left boot. Madeley. Graham. Reaney, Clark. Curry! How about that for a balance on the turn? Frank Gray to take the penalty. Frank Gray versus Peter Shilton. 1-0. They did readjust to lend support, but it went in for Flynn. This is Madeley. Jennings has got to come, and Willie Young got in his way. And Graham couldn't turn, but Curry with an emphatic finish. As Jennings protests to the referee. It's 3-1, and Tony Curry is the scorer for Leeds United. It was the collision here as Jennings came out that Jennings was protesting about. But it was really Willie Young who hampered him as much as anybody. When Graham turned to shoot, it fell perfectly for Curry's left foot and hit with tremendous power. Willie Young again, played it into trouble there, and Curry sending Eddie Gray on his way. Hawley and Arthur Graham are up, and Curry made a beautiful overlap. Oh, and what a beautiful goal by Tony Curry! What an amazing goal with 7 minutes gone. Well, the World Cup obviously didn't have the copyright on shooting from distance, and Tony Curry, who's hit one or two spectacular goals towards the end of last season for England, has now pulled that beautiful one out of the bag for Leeds United. Arsenal 0, Leeds United 1, and just 8 minutes now gone. Still a lot of good defensive play left in Paul Madeley, that's without any doubt. Flynn. Harris. Flynn. Here's again Tony Curry, that little bit of acceleration, the cross coming in low. Cherry with a shot. Oh yes! 2-2. Well, Tony Curry made it, as he so often threatened to do. A bit of acceleration, a deceptively low cross. Trevor Cherry with more time than he had a right to expect. and a well-placed shot wide of Pat Jennings' right, and just inside. Arsenal 2, Leeds 2.
Ball. It wasn't a very convincing punch. It reached the edge of the penalty area. Stevenson, beautiful skills. Like handball by Lee. There was nothing wrong with the tackle. Harris. For Hankin. Now Graham. Goal! Arthur Graham for Leeds. They find a way through. Harris, the originator, too high for Hankin, but beautifully met on the volley by Arthur Graham. Looking for Hart, down for Graham, and it might well have been Stevenson. Well, they're congratulating each other.
The directors of Leeds United, at a board meeting today, have confirmed the appointment of Mr. Jimmy Adamson as football manager.
Do you think you're going to last longer than 45 days?
You tell me.
Your predecessor's total.
I am a stayer normally, you know, and I think that I'll be here for quite a few years.
Now Flynn. Graham. Having to check back. What a marvellous shot, and what a marvellous goal from Arthur Graham. Out from Golak. In goes Madeley. Across comes Nicol, and he's lost it. It's Graham again. Now Paul Madeley. And it was deflected. The goal is given. Flynn. Frank Gray. Southampton struggling to pick everyone up, and they didn't find Curry. Hankin applauds. Curry reflects. Eddie Gray, another of the 30-plus brigade. Curry. Oh my goodness! And Tony Curry milks the applause that is so deserved. 10 minutes into the second half, and a moment to savour from a player of supreme talent. The curve totally beating Terry Geno. Eddie Gray. Graham to Cherry. And again they're caught, and Hankin is onside, and Golak has put it into his own.
Challenged by Ross. Curry steps in. Now right for Everton. Hart, another good header. Oh, well, he's won that ball. Eddie Gray, fast right, he made the challenge a bit early. Played on nicely for Hawley to shoot, and he'll score. Beautiful goal.
Curry just delaying. Leeds have 6 players ahead of Curry. And it might come for Hawley. So John Hawley with that free kick with the outside of the right foot, getting it in front, in fact, of Hart into the top corner. Hawley was onside there. It's Madeley's ball for Harris. Can this be 2? Corrigan's legs say no.
Corner coming just after the half-hour point. And again,
struggle to get to the ball by the goalkeeper, and Paul Hart puts Leeds United in front. It's about the third or fourth time that Alexic has tried to get through the crowd and palpably failed to do so then, for Paul Hart to put Leeds in front. 31 minutes gone, and the goal, I think, slightly against the run of play.
The first goal was scored in 30 minutes 50 seconds by Paul Hart.
Paul Hart's fifth goal of the season. Curry. Here's Flynn. Did he change his mind about having a crack? Graham. And in by Hankin. Well, if Flynn did change his mind, he made the right decision in the end, switching it to Graham, and Graham's cross being comfortably met by Hankin, who was picked up by nobody in the Tottenham defence and scored comfortably.
Ferguson. Straight to Harris. Only Hankin is up with him. Curry and Graham trying to join forces. And it comes in for Tony Curry. Beautifully taken. Once again, the characteristic gesture of applause from Curry.
The whole of the Blues side now in their own half of the field. Tarantini kicking it the way he was facing. Hawley wanting to take the throw in. He has a long throw, and I'm not too sure that he gets his hands alongside the ball. His Hart trying to get there. Handball! Yes, Joe Gallagher. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Poor Joe Gallagher holding his hands to his head. But I'm sure that Gilbert Napthin was certain then that he saw Joe Gallagher play the ball with his hand. I think all that Joe Gallagher can claim is that the ball played him. But it is a penalty. I would suspect that Frank Gray will take it. He scored 7 goals this season, and 5 of them are from the penalty spot. Frank Gray takes plenty of time, waits for the buzzing of the anger of the crowd to die down. He's teeing himself up. He scored a penalty against Birmingham City earlier in the season when Leeds won at home 3-0. Here he goes. And Frank Gray knocks in his 6th penalty of the season. Leeds' first goal of the afternoon. 1-0, 23 minutes gone. But Leeds down there again now. Graham to drive it, to score. Yes, nothing wrong with that. Arthur Graham, 1-1. So what, within a couple of minutes, Leeds right back in the game as Albion are still congratulating themselves over the Tony Brown goal. Constant attack. Arthur Graham winning the ball in the air. As it dropped down, there's nobody near him. And a fizzing shot leaves Gotten absolutely stranded. Hart, Leeds building slowly, but they may run out of time. About 30 seconds left on my watch in this first half. Stevenson on to Curry. Frank Gray is there.